Welcome to the podcast where two guys talk about stuff and drink coffee.
You can't handle the truth!
This is the Coffee with Phil and Jim podcast.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
And now for your listening enjoyment.
Hey everybody, Phil here with the Coffee with Phil the Gym podcast, and across from me is
Jimmy Nick.
Back in the studio for another great episode today. Lots to talk about. We probably won't get to everything we want to talk about because I don't think we ever really do.
I don't think we do either.
Because we have a lot. Because like we get together before for setup, and if we're making coffee or whatever, it's like we're talking about all kinds of stuff. Later, I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool to talk about on the podcast, but
Right.
then we run out of time.
Yeah, we do. So,
But
anyway, we still got a lot to discuss this morning. So.
Absolutely. So we want to remind everybody to check out our website, coffeewithphilandjim.com, and check it out. If you're new to the podcast, it tells you where we all started, gives you a little interest of sorts on that, and talks a little bit about Jimmy, Nick, and I, and gives you some places where you can see the podcast, hear the podcast, all that fun stuff. So check it out. Also, we didn't do this on our last episode. We were kind of preoccupied driving, but the Chill Out and Serve blog this week. What'd you think about that?
I thought it was pretty good. I'm trying to dig back and remember what I read. But it's actually pretty good. I think what he says was precise on everything. So.
Well, he uses Luke 15.
Right.
A very, very, very familiar passage
Right.
if you've ever been in church at all.
Why was Jesus eating with these publicans and sinners?
Yeah.
Wow, gee, that was just all wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As according to the Pharisees and the scribes, it was.
Yeah.
Like he went into, scribes are biblical, but the Pharisees were man-made. They were
That's
never
right.
a part of the Bible or anything that was created by God. Like today, we get a lot of false doctrine and stuff because basically man just keeps adding things in that don't belong there.
Mm-hmm.
They do it all the time. They've done it, since Jesus' time,
Yeah. And cherry pick the things that
Right.
they really...
What they
You know,
want to
yeah, what
do,
they
and
wanna do.
then they'll don't want to do, they'll come
Mhm.
up with some reason not to do it. So that's what they did back then. Of course, they put themselves as an elite group ahead of everybody else
Yeah.
in that sense.
And took a little bit of the written law and mixed in with some of their oral law and,
Yeah.
developed some rules that weren't in scripture.
Right.
So,
So, that they basically, what was wrong with what he was doing? He
Mhm.
was speaking to the lost. He was giving them his gospel. And Jesus loves people. He loves them. And, one of those publicans was Matthew. So,
yeah, absolutely.
so.
Well, he came to seek and then to save that which was lost,
yeah.
and how he told later on, he said those that are sick need the physician,
Right.
and stuff like that. One thing he pointed out was the idea of murmuring when they murmured, and we obviously murmur.
Murmur.
And so he wrote here, murmur is to arrogantly complain from a self-entitled heart. And so
Yeah.
if that's not convicting, I don't know
Yeah.
what
It
is.
really is. And basically, you could also take that, like I said earlier, that about you could use that in our discussion this week on Job about the way his friends
Mhm.
reacted to everything.
Yeah.
Basically, they want to condemn you instead of help you.
Yeah.
And that's what the Pharisees were doing. They, the idea of Jesus being the Messiah wasn't nothing they wanted because it would interfere with their lifestyle and everything.
Mhm.
Besides, they were looking for one that was going to come back and, get rid of the Rome and reestablish the kingdom.
Right.
That wasn't going to happen with him. He came for a different purpose. What he was saying, they didn't agree with.
Mhm.
Truly, this can't be the Messiah, but it was. So,
Yeah. Show them.
yeah, kill me, you tried.
Yeah. Well,
Third day, hey boys.
what's interesting is they murmured about him receiving sinners and eating with them.
Right.
And it's like,
Broke bread with them.
yeah, what an elitist mentality.
Right.
That's
true. It's like, well, it was just like the one that, what was it? The Pharisee was praying, and they had that old poor boy, that old sinner over there, he's more or less saying God, he wasn't like that old boy,
Mm-hmm.
They take on this elitist group and, feel like they're above everybody else. And you still see that today too. And a lot of people out there that, I guess be a legalistic approach to things, I guess, would put you in that group, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you dress a certain way and you do act a certain way and you do certain events and stuff, then suddenly that makes you better than other people.
Yeah.
When you're truly not, nobody is.
Right.
We're all the same. We're in the same boat here.
We're all sinners.
Saved by grace,
Yeah.
through faith. And our yearly deal is grace this year.
Yep.
We all need it.
Mm-hmm. And we all need to give it for sure.
And there was a lot of grace given there in the parables that Christ talked about there in Luke. It was going on there too. So,
as you mentioned, our theme is grace this year. Do you ever pick up on, and maybe this is just me, I don't know, but whenever there's like some kind of series or year theme or whatever we do around here, does it seem like that's what gets the most attack? Like grace, right? So grace this year, and it's a year of grace, and obviously we're not just teaching on grace, but it's more of a, it's a more of something to look back to and say, hey, grace. We have verses of the month and stuff like that, but like, and maybe because it brings it to the surface, but this whole idea of grace, of one, understanding the grace that we have received and we do receive, and then the other, I think maybe side of that coin is giving grace. Grace and truth, because you can't have one without the other.
But it also puts a light on yourself to say, oh man, I'm not doing that. I need to be more graceful in the way I treat people and stuff, in different situations and everything.
Yeah.
So it does make you more aware of that fact, I think. So maybe that will help through the process. Over the year, we'll change it. You come to a completely different, point in your life. Well, you are extending more grace to people. And we should, because we got it from Jesus Christ. We got grace from him. If we aren't willing to share that grace with other people, then who are we?
Right. Yeah. And if Jesus is our example, and we want to be like him, that's the measure, stature, fullness of Christ. That's a measuring stick, if you will. There's a lot of grace there.
There's a whole lot of grace.
I mean, if you think about just maybe what you've done yesterday.
Yeah. I've had more grace extended to me than I deserve, for sure. Than I could ever imagine, because, without grace, wow.
Yeah.
So that's a very important part of our lives, and we should be extending, living, and showing Christ through us in that respect of the grace he extended to them people and everything. We ought to do the same with the people around us, and that's true with the unsaved. We should bring them in and, give them the gospel and extend that to them,
Well, what's interesting too in the blog is the relation to Pharisees to grace killers.
Oh yeah.
And how they were the picture of grace killers. And
no mercy. They had no mercy, no grace.
So
if they condemned you were condemned, Kind of like Job's friends,
Yeah.
They got mad at him because he didn't confess, I didn't do nothing wrong.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Man. Funny story, when Amy and I were dating, I wasn't in church yet, but they had went to youth camp, and the theme was Job.
Yeah.
And per typical, you go to youth camp, you have a T-shirt, right? It's got
Right.
the theme on it or whatever. So I remember it was like it was like a pale yellow T-shirt, and it said Job on there, and it had some scripture or whatever. And I remember because I was so dumb, just ignorant, I guess. And I kept saying job. I was like, "What's job?" So you're going to youth camp to learn about a job or getting a job? I mean, what is this, like a career youth camp? What is this? She's like, "No, it's Job. It's from the Bible."
Right.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Why don't they pronounce it job?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's spelled job. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So dummy me. But anyways,
That's like in that movie Christian Mingle. Did you ever see that? That gal, she met a Christian guy, and she was faking it. She wasn't a Christian.
okay.
And she's getting the Bible and she's reading it. And I think his friends or whatever, they're having a Bible study, and they all give her the look when she says, "Well, I know over there in that book of Job." No. Give her a look like, yeah, Job.
Stolen valor.
It was funny.
That's also. Oh, speaking of stolen valor, I came across this video, this little clip, and it's hilarious. It's this guy. It's this construction worker. He's got Carhartt on. It's all dirty. He's been working. Looks like he's going into a bank. Well, he bumps shoulders with this like Gen Z kid, and he's got Carhartt on, but it's super clean.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Oh," I'm sorry," and he goes, "Oh, hey man, you got my Carhartt dirty," and the guy goes, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, I got the Carhartt, man. This is vintage or whatever." He goes, "Hey man, I like your jacket, man. And he went on this like, "That's a vintage 90 did it with the corduroy, and he goes, "Okay." And he goes, "Man, where'd you get that?" He goes, "My closet." And it was this whole difference between Carhartt people that work and Carhartt people that don't, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. He ended up selling them all his Carhartt for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, he goes, "Hold on, let me transfer some crypto here." It's so hilarious because it's so true. But
all right.
But anyways,
all right.
So let's talk about our coffee today. And is a new blend. It's a Starbucks 1971 roast. And it's a new featured dark roast. They just launched it here in February. I believe it's a limited edition. And it's really, they're talking about to really celebrate the company's heritage because they have kind of a blend of Colombia, Sumatra, and Brazil. And it's got notes of kind of a toasted sugar, rich walnut. So it's kind of velvety finish. And we did a little bit different today because I did it in a French roast.
A French roast.
So,
wasn't dripped.
So it wasn't dripped. It wasn't dripped.
Okay.
That's right. So
It tasted better if you dripped it. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of got a bitter taste to it to me.
Okay.
Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Well, and it may be because we did the French press on it, and so it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit darker.
So, and I was thinking them beans might have been laying around since 1971. So. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's a limited deal. They found a bunch of old beans they got to get rid of.
So you're saying it doesn't beat Coffee Slingers?
No.
Okay.
Straight up, no.
He said no.
Man, that tells me that Starbucks is 0 for 2 in our group, And
yeah. Well, they got tons of different blends, beans, and all that stuff. And they have a certain way they do it.
Yeah.
I like to take their beans and I'll do them, a different way or do a pour over, something like that, just to kind of change it up a little bit. But yeah, I haven't tried it this is my first time trying it in the French press.
Right.
It does got a little bitterness to it. Like it's got an aftertaste.
Yeah.
So
it definitely got an aftertaste, But then you don't take it from me. I'm a guy that likes Snicker creamer. So
Yes. Yes, you do.
yes, I do. That's good stuff to
Yeah.
me. A little bit of that in your old coffee in the morning. That's good.
Well, I do appreciate your first kind of taste of it, because you're typically just no sugar, no cream.
Right.
I mean, you do a Snickers.
That's
that
once in the morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the rest of it's
just
regular coffee.
Yeah, just right out the drip.
Right out of the dripper.
So, but yeah, it's a little different.
A little different. Like I said, the coffee slingers, though, I think right now that's leading the pack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's so many coffee deals around anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know there. I think it's from Portland, Bethany over there. Man, I think I ran into about on 39th Street, like 3 or 4 different ones down the road. Going down through this. Man, everybody's selling coffee anymore.
Have you ever had Dutch Bros?
Nah. In fact, I just drove by that day before yesterday. The one there in Yukon.
Yeah.
Sits there in Garth Brooks.
Yeah, right there in that corner.
Vanderbilt. Yeah.
I've had it a few times.
Yeah.
I've had just the plain coffee, and then
Yeah.
I've had just different, whatever lattes or whatever they have. And every time I get it, it's cold.
Cool.
Now, hear me out here. What I've concluded, though, and for the same thing as like 7 Brew, because we're getting a 7 Brew, I believe, coming in shortly
Supposed to be
in town. And the kind of the drive-through, you get your coffees or whatever. What I've realized is, this is just my opinion. Those places, especially Dutch Bros, they make it the temperature to where you can drink it right away. Whether you go to Starbucks, you go to McDonald's, you go to some of these other places, and it's piping hot. Like, you have to wait to drink it. Which I prefer. I prefer it really kind of being piping hot, because, I'm gonna sip it. I'm gonna drink it for a little while others, maybe they just want to boom, let's get this mocha loca latte down or something.
Yeah, you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. So that's my theory on that. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, Coffee Slingers was definitely top tier when I first moved here.
Yeah.
Our pastor, he took me over there to the one in Automobile Alley downtown, and man, it was like, whoa. And then because it's so far away, you don't really go to it much. But yeah, this 1971 roast, I don't know. I think maybe we'll try it drip one day and see it. Funny story too, guys. So we were going out in the last podcast, driving out to Coffee Slingers, and we did all that fun stuff.
Well,
But we get there, and we pull up. Obviously, we're looking at the merch, because they have a lot of cool merch there.
yeah.
And I think on payday, I'm gonna go get me a t-shirt or something. But but we were checking out, and then we got up there, and I said 2 drips, and Nick says, "How'd you say it?"
I don't remember exactly.
You were like, "Well, I don't think I've ever drank drip before."
Yeah, I believe something along that line. Yeah.
And she kind of looked at you like bumfuzzled. They're like,
what?
So, but
I saw this morning. There's a little bit here. It's about Robert Kennedy Jr. He's going after Duncan and the other ones because the sugary caffeinated drinks are, if they're safe to drink. I'm talking about their cold coffee, so he's going after them. He wants to know if they're safe to drink or not. But too much sugar, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
What he's going after on that, but he's going after Dunkin' and Starbucks on their sugary cool coffee. So
here's the thing. Everybody knows that it's not good for you.
Right.
But you almost have to, like, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed in between this, because there's arguments that can probably go both ways,
Yeah.
you know. So if you're, and maybe it's apples and oranges, I don't know, but you know, like the red dyes and all the sugar and all that stuff. Okay, we know it's bad for us. Now, speaking from a perspective of an overweight man that does mingle in Little Debbie snacks occasionally, and
Occasionally.
you know, will like a ice cold Coca-Cola ever so often, but admittedly has high blood pressure and is on medicine for it. To somebody to crack cocaine. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You know it's bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. Jesus is coming back soon. So,
Amen.
you know, let's I'm not saying, oh, hey, you know, let's go eat all the sugary drinks and do rock cocaine, but what I am saying is Jesus is coming back soon, you know, and so let's focus on some things that matter before
that's
he
for
comes,
sure.
you know.
Yeah, it's just like there's everything out there is bad for you, I guess, anymore, considering all the chemicals and everything put in there.
Yeah.
But there's a sweeteners, these sweeteners out there. Like you get what's the one, the fruit that they use.
Oh yeah.
That one.
What is that called? Oh goodness.
I can't think.
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, the ingredient they add to it, earthanol or earth or something like that.
Monk fruit. That's what.
Yeah,
it is.
monk fruit. And the ingredient they add to it was supposed to help it be sweet or whatever. And I don't know how sweetener you have to add something to it to make it sweet. And that didn't explain to either of the stuff they put in there because they said it tastes like licorice if you don't put it in there.
Yeah.
But either one of them are not good for you.
That's right. Yeah.
And that one that they put in that stuff you're talking about there, they discovered it may cause strokes and heart attacks. So which is worse for you, sugar?
Yeah.
Or the chemicals they're putting in there to replace the sugar?
Yeah, because like, what is it? Like the Diet Cokes and things like that.
Yeah, that was the
Does
original one.
dementia get something like that?
Yeah, there was back in the day. There was a friend of my sister's that was drinking those with I don't know, the aspartame or something in it. And she started having psychological, messing her up. Mm-hmm. She got off of them. She's all right. So. But I think even that they talking about it caused cancer. So it's like
I know of people personally that have had just different types of cancer.
Yeah.
Even some of the worst types of cancer out there. And they go to a certain doctor and they tell them, hey, you know, I'm gonna do radiation or that, and then they go do a second opinion, and the doctor says, obviously a different type of doctor says, just get off sugar and breads.
Sugar and bread.
And they got off sugar and breads,
and they got better.
Yeah, they got way better.
Oh yeah,
because it does affect. It's amazing too how your gut health affects. You know, now they have all this probiotic soda and stuff now, but
well, most of it is because all this stuff, manufactured stuff, that for some reason they want to put sugar in everything, and they shouldn't really do it in a lot of those products.
Right.
It's just like canned meat. You don't want to eat it all the time simply because it's got all these chemicals in there. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Even even the stuff like lunch meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even that stuff's got the preservatives in it.
Yeah, because you have to put that thing in to have it last longer.
Yeah, it won't last on the shelf. So they put that in there, and it's not good for you. But people, if you eat a lot of it, it could have bad side effects later down the line, probably than later than sooner on that deal. But it's crazy, but the government allows them to put them in there. They said I noticed on the hot dog deals. I check them out from time to time.
Yeah.
I have to get turkey dogs from now.
And those aren't bad. No. They're not bad at all.
Oscar Mayer ones aren't bad at all. So.
Yeah.
But look at some of them other ones, they got trans fat. Well, trans fat's bad for you. Mm-hmm. But it's why did the beef ones have a 1 milligram, a gram of trans fat in it?
Yeah.
And the other ones don't. It's something they're adding to it.
Yeah.
Cause that.
Have you seen these like comparisons between some of the foods on the shelves or the fast food versus like UK or Canada.
Oh, they got
you know.
better food up there.
Yeah,
What was it? What's the ones? Fruited cereal.
like Fruit
Fruit
Loops.
Loops.
Yeah,
You know, we had like 17 ingredients, and they had 3.
Yeah.
It was all theirs was natural ingredients. Ours was a bunch of chemicals. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so we're just guinea pigs for the food industry.
yeah.
Basically that.
And I'm sure it's cheaper too. You would
Yeah.
think putting all those chemicals aren't, but I'm sure those chemicals are bypassing a lot of other things that
Yeah,
make it cheaper.
It's what they do. I guess because they figure we all got money or something. It's like
Yeah.
you go up here and you get a prescription. You know, you pay $200 for it up here. You have to pay out of pocket. You need $200 for it. You go down there and cross over to Mexico and get $5. The same pill. You know, it's like, okay, how come they can sell it across the border, but you can't get it here for that? You know?
Last night we watched the newest Jurassic World. It's not Dominion, it's the one after that. It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, and the guy that plays Lincoln Lawyer. Anyways, we watched it last night, and the whole process of
About Matthew, what's his name?
who?
The guy from Texas, what's his name?
McConaughey?
Yeah, is he in there?
No, he's not.
Lincoln Lawyer. Oh, you're talking about
No.
TV version?
No, the TV version.
I was
Yeah,
thinking movie.
yeah, yeah. The guy, I think he's Cuban, maybe. I don't remember, but anyways, yeah. And the whole deal was they were going to the island to get some of the blood from some of the biggest animals because it was going to help with some pharmaceutically it was going to help. And it's like there's tons of money in that.
Oh yeah.
But you look at, I think about it this way too. So like anybody that's ever had issues with heartburn, acid reflux, things like that, your diet affects that.
Right.
And then when you do have it, you can pop a Tums or drink some, Pepto or something.
Yeah.
But there's also like the essential oil stuff, like the peppermint essential oils.
Yeah.
Where you just put like a dab under your nose or on your chest or something, and it fixes it.
Really?
Yeah, it helps a lot because
Peppermint what?
it's peppermint essential oil.
Essential oil.
Like my wife was on me on it all the time because I suffer from like acid reflux and obviously diet mostly.
How'd that cure anything?
So I know I didn't believe it either, and she's like, just take some, put a little bit on your chest, put like a little bit under your nose, just a dab. You don't need you don't need a whole lot. It's peppermint essential oil. It's really potent. And I'm like, no, I'll just pump some Tums and and after so many times you're like, and then you go into Pepsid AC and all this other stuff. And one day I had it so bad, and I had taken that stuff and it wasn't helping.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I didn't tell her right away, but I put a little peppermint.
Yeah.
Man, I was good. Like it was gone.
It's gone, huh?
Like within minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Like in the middle of one of the acid reflux attacks, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, it subsided, and so
put a little underneath the nose, or
yeah, just take a little dab of it, and just dab it like right under your on top of your lip, right under your nostril.
Yeah.
Just right there, and then take a little bit more and like put it on the top of your chest. And now the peppermint, it also helps for nausea too.
Yeah.
It helps with nausea real good too. Like the last time I had like a stomach flu, you get that like, I just kept that on me, and it
I may have to try that and see if it works.
I got an extra bottle at home. I'll give it to you.
Let me try that.
You can try it out, see if you like it.
I never what they had there. It comes like an ounce.
Yeah.
How long's an ounce?
Yeah,
last?
it's not. It lasts a long time because you're not using a whole lot. Yeah. Now my wife, she does those little infusers, and she puts that eucalyptus. I'm not a big eucalyptus fan, like the smell of it.
Yeah.
But
Well, the taste of it.
yeah, I don't like it.
Cough drops.
Yeah, it's
Put a little lemon and stuff in there with it.
Yeah, ease it out. So, but anyways, that's so that's a nice little tip for you.
All right,
Peppermint essential oils.
I'm good.
Yeah, so you get put a little down. It doesn't take much at all. I made the mistake of putting too much, and okay, funny story. We'll wrap up the podcast because this is a funny story. So you know those vapor rub little shower tablets. You know they have these little tablets, so you put it in the hot shower and it develops steam.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had like upper respiratory and all this stuff, and so I was using those, but it wasn't helping, and it took forever for them to start steaming, and I run out of hot water, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. So my wife says, well, take some of these drips. It's like it's an essential oil drip, and it's like a menthol almost. Yeah. And just put a couple of drips in there in the shower, and it'll clear out your sinuses. And you're like, okay, all right, I'm desperate, you know. Right. Well, apparently I ignored the couple of drips. Yes. And I put 12 drips. 12 drips. Huh? 12 drips in there. Yeah. And it was so bad. Oh. And I sat down. We have a stand-up shower deal, and I went to we have like a little seat on each end, and so I sat down, and I'm just like, and I put my head down, and all that menthol goes in my face. My face burnt for hours. Yeah. It was so it was terrible. So anyway,
I didn't think today we got some.
Yeah.
Well, what did we get here anyway? We got some.
we got a lot of covered. I think
Dr. Phil here.
Yeah, that's right. Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil here.
Okay, so I do have a song to end this on. I think you'll appreciate this song. This song kind of reminds me of you.
What?
Because very early on, when we met and we started getting together for coffee and things like that, you struck me as a very simple man. You know, didn't need a whole lot.
You say very sinful?
Well, that too.
That too.
But a very simple man.
Simple man. Okay.
And the more I got to know you, the more your simplicity of life was mostly just because you were thankful for what God gave you, and you were very content with what God gave you. Yeah. And so I've been listening to this song for a while, and but it reminded me of you, and it's called "Thankful" by Forrest Frank. Right. Have you ever heard this song before?
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay.
I thought you were going to play "Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road." That reminds me of you.
That's right. There is an odor. Now there's going to be a peppermint odor. Yeah. You're like, acid reflux? Right. Yeah. Okay, so
you're ready
here's the song.
I've got so much to be thankful for. Look, I got a roof and a bed, a couple groceries to stay fed. I've got a phone and clean water, and some shoes when I wanna go farther. Today I've got so much to be thankful for. I woke up this morning thinking, thank you, Lord, giving me everything I could ever need and more. I've got so much to be thankful for. Hey, I have lights and a fan, a couple people who know who I am. I have a car and clean clothes, pots and pans I can cook on a stove. I have the sun in every my lungs, and a big mess that I get to clean up. But most of all, one thing's true, Jesus, I'm grateful for you. Today I've got so much to be thankful for. I woke up this morning thinking, thank you, Lord, giving me everything I could ever need. I've got so much to be thankful for.
That's
One more
sure.
time. Today I've got so much to be thankful for. I woke up this morning thinking, thank you, Lord, for giving me everything I could ever need and more. I've got so much to be thankful for. I've got so much to be thankful for.
I love it.
All right.
All right. This is Jimmy Nick.
This is Phil.
Adios.
See you next time.